Okay, what's up guys? Happy New Year. I hope you guys are doing great. So a couple of days ago, I actually decided to purchase a drone. It's not like a high-end drone like the DJI Mavic or anything expensive like that, but it's a beginner's drone that I purchased off of Amazon. So today I actually wanted to, test out the drone, maybe with some footage and just go to a park or a local ground or something and test it out and show you guys some footage of it. So let's get right to it. Okay, we came to the park and now we're gonna test out the drone. So let's go. Okay, so I just came back from flying the drone and I just want to talk more about the experience I had and just about the drone itself. Okay, so first of all, I just wanted to say that it was really windy outside when we were flying the drone. So I do apologize if the drone footage was a little bit shaky. I tried my best to stabilize the footage, but obviously, I can only do so much, so it did end up being a little bit shakier than expected. Next, I want to talk about 3 distinct features this drone has. And those 3 are return to home, tap to fly, and follow me mode. There are some other features on top of these, but in my opinion, I felt like these were the most interesting features that the drone had to offer. Okay, so the first feature is return to home. And basically what this enables the drone to do is essentially just return to the position where the drone took off from. So for example, if you realize that the drone is far out of your sight, you're just flying it and you realize that the drone is really far out, you can press the return to home function on either the remote that the drone comes with or the phone app. And what the drone will do is essentially just fly up a little bit in altitude and start returning back to the position where the drone took off from. Okay, so the next feature is tap to fly. And with this feature, you have the ability to essentially just draw a path within the map of the drone app. And what the drone will do is essentially just fly along that path. And I do believe that the path that you draw on the map has to be within a certain radius, but as long as you're within that radius, the drone will perform the function. The last feature is follow me mode. And in my opinion, I think this is pretty cool. This feature is exactly what it sounds like. The drone will just follow you around. So it acquires signals from both the phone app as well as the GPS on the remote, and the drone will just essentially follow you wherever you go. There's also a couple of other things that I think are worth mentioning. So the first thing I want to mention is this red button right here, and basically this button is responsible for locking and unlocking the motors of the drone. So when you're first starting up the drone, the first thing to do is to press this button. Without pressing this button, you won't be able to fly the drone. So you got to press this button, and then if you actually want to take off, you can either use this throttle right here, or you have the option to use this button, and essentially with this button you can just take off. The next thing I want to mention is the ability to either enable the GPS or disable it through the remote. Basically, if you look to the side over here, there's an option where you can either leave the GPS on or you can turn it off. My recommendation is to always leave it on, but yeah, you do have that option. Last thing I want to mention is how the screen looks when you first start the remote up. So if I go ahead and turn this remote on, you have a couple of things going on here. So the first thing that you see is this icon over here, which is basically telling you if the GPS is on or off. So if I go ahead and turn it off, then it'll say turned off. If I go and turn it on, it'll say that it's turned on. And you also see this icon over here, which refers to the mode that the drone is flying at. So right now it's set in low mode, which has relatively lower speeds, but there's also something called sport mode, and you can actually enable it by pressing this button over here on the right side. But basically sport mode has higher speeds for the drone. And then you also see these two icons over here, or letters rather. So it says D and H. D refers to the horizontal distance that the drone is going at, and H refers to the altitude, so how high or how low it is. So right now it says 0 for both because the drone is not turned on, but usually when you're out and flying it, these numbers should change. Last things I want to mention are these two icons. So this icon right here actually refers to the battery of the drone, and right now it says 0, but when you turn on the drone, depending on how much battery it has, you should be able to see that battery level. And this icon right here is actually refers to the battery of the physical remote itself. That's my experience of flying the drone and some of the features that the drone has. And just for reference, I will leave the Amazon link of the drone in the description of the video so you guys can check it out there. But I just want to thank you guys for making it to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, if you want more videos like this, definitely comment, definitely subscribe, like my videos, share with others if you can, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Crazy, crazy.